It's wonderful to be together with all of you to discuss Torah and to understand Torah and to menach to Hashem. Hashem gets a lot of enjoyment when he sees his children discussing Torah questions and answers and thinking about it and delving into it. That's what Torah is all about. To go into it, understand it, question, answer, and come up with nice thoughts about it, depth about it. And this week, I called the name of a shmuz. A person should jump for joy if you have a tzaddik living in your city. Now, why am I saying that? Well, I'm sure a lot of you know the first Rashi in this week's Parsha Vayetze, that when the tzaddik is in the city, the people enjoy three things: Haid, Hadar, and Ziv. Hebrew words. Haid, Hadar, and Ziv. Haid means beauty, Hadar means beauty, and Ziv means radiance. Now the question is, what's the difference between Haid and Hadar? If they both mean beauty, what's the difference between the two? If it's tzaddik in the city, the people enjoy these three things. Beauty and beauty. What's the other beauty? So the Malbim tells us there's two types of beauty: inner beauty and external. Internal beauty and external beauty. Take a person, for instance, a tzaddik himself. He has internal beauty because internally people can't see it. It's not for the naked eye to be able to see internal beauty. It means that what he thinks about, what his thoughts are about, think about Hashem, think about how to help people. If we were able to look at the thoughts of a tzaddik, we'd be very, very impressed and overwhelmed to see the great things that he thinks about. Nothing not for himself, but for Klal Yisrael, for Hashem. That's internal. That's Haid. Hadar is external beauty. That person sees the way that a tzaddik acts. They look and watch him to see how he's conducting himself. Something that the person's eyes can be able to observe. And Ziv, that is the radiance. Radiance means a combination of light and warmth, the way he interacts with other people. So that's a tzaddik himself. What is a tzaddik in the city gives off all these three things that everybody enjoys having the tzaddik in the city. So let's go one thing at a time. When he's in the city, that we're saying that Yaakov was in Beersheba, in the city of Beersheba, he gave to the people in Beersheba these three great things that they enjoyed when he was there. When he left, they left with him. Took along with him these great things. What are they? Let's try to analyze them. Tzaddik in the city, Vayetze Yaakov, he went out and we took out with him those great things that he contributed to the city while he was there. Once he leaves, he takes it all with him. And they're left without it, basically without it. We'll talk about Haid, the inner beauty, the inner greatness of a city, the greatness of a city. Things are not seen, you can't see it. It's contained inside of the city, but you can't see it, but you probably can feel it. A tzaddik, wherever he goes, Hashem goes with him. We say that ha'avos heim hamekova, that the avos, the great tzaddikim, Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, were the chariot of Hashem. Hashem traveled on them. The greatness, because they were so great that Hashem was close to them at all times. Wherever they went, Hashem went along with them. Like a king has a chariot, that he rides on the chariot. Where the chariot goes, the king goes on the chariot. The avos are the chariots of Hashem, because since they were such great people and they were shlemus, perfected themselves, Hashem was perfect, is able to ride on them, so to speak, and stay with them, be with them. But tzaddik in the city, that means Hashem is with him in the city. Imagine that. Everybody in the city is enjoying the fact that Hashem is there because of the tzaddik. They're not great enough to Hashem to be with them, but the tzaddik that's there, he brings Hashem with him. Once Hashem is there, then everybody in the city is able to enjoy Hashem being there. The holiness of Hashem is throughout the city. They might not see it, but they feel it. The Shabbos, which is a holy day of Shabbos, is special. Hashem is there for their Shabbos. Shabbos is special wherever a person is, but Hashem is there. The ruchnius and the sanctity of the Shabbos is much stronger. Hashem is there over Yom Tov, for a holiday. They feel it more. It's a different feeling. So Hashem is there. Just like a person goes to the Beis HaMikdash, goes to the Holy Temple on Shabbos. It's not like he goes during the temple during the week, because the Holy Temple, Hashem is there. He lives there, so to speak. But on Shabbos, he comes out much stronger. A person went to the Beis HaMikdash on Shabbos, felt Hashem's presence much more. If he went on the holidays, Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot, went to the Beis HaMikdash, they felt Hashem's presence much more, since Hashem, his presence is the Holy Temple. Well, a tzaddik is a Holy Temple, maybe greater than the Holy Temple, because it's live. The Holy Temple is made of stones and curtains, but Hashem, tzaddik is actual tzaddik, that the holiness is on the person, the live person. So he is like a Beis HaMikdash, he's holy than the Beis HaMikdash. Hashem is with him, so then the presence can be felt. The person davening in the Beis HaMikdash, different than davening out of the Beis HaMikdash, than davening out of Yerushalayim. The same way a person is davening in the city where tzaddik is, tzaddik brought Hashem there, his davening is a different davening. Hashem is closer to him. He feels it more. He feels more of a warmth of Hashem, something Hashem being there. And in his own house, it's different. He lives in the city where tzaddik is, just like a person lived in Yerushalayim. He felt different than a person living out of Yerushalayim, because the Shekhinah is in Yerushalayim, Hashem is living in Yerushalayim. So living there, you woke up in the morning, you felt a feeling of holiness if you lived in Yerushalayim, because Hashem is there. When Hashem is there, then people can feel it. Therefore, when a tzaddik is in the city, when people wake up in the morning, they feel different than a person in a different city, because the tzaddik brings the Shekhinah with him. And it makes a big difference, the fact that the tzaddik is there. So, a person should jump for joy. You have a tzaddik in the city. You have Hashem is in the city. Hashem is all over, and that's no matter when. But he makes himself more available, stronger, when the tzaddik is any place. Hashem is going along with him. He's Hashem's chariot. Hashem goes right on top of the tzaddik. Wherever he goes, Hashem goes. So, Kolzman, well, Yaakov was in Beersheba, the Shekhinah was in Beersheba, Hashem was in Beersheba, and life was different. That's the hoid, the inner beauty, the inner presence of Hashem. You couldn't see it with your eyes, but you felt it. You felt it with everything that you did. You felt the Shekhinah was there. It was a different kind of feeling than in the other place. When Yaakov left Beersheba to go to Haran, that feeling was missing. Hashem was going along with Yaakov to the next place he went to. Therefore, the Shekhinah went away from Beersheba, and all these things we said before were not present anymore. Of course, they daven, they kept Shabbos, they kept Yom Tov, and naturally Hashem's there, but not to the same degree as when the tzaddik is there, that the Shekhinah is there. That's Hoid. Hadar is also beauty. That's outer beauty, from without. that the tzaddik in the city, he is something which people, when they see him, they see something special. The outer beauty is in the city because the way he davens, to go to shul and see him daven, the tzaddik, where he davens is not like everybody else davens. He davens with kavanah. You can tell, look at his face when he's davening, you can tell, of course you're not allowed to look at the person's face when he's not noticing. You look at him and you see on his face how he's straining his face to keep his mind focused on the davening that he's davening. The way he stands in front of Hashem, so he stands in awe in front of Hashem. I've seen tzaddikim daven. They could see the way they stand in front of Hashem. They feel they're in His presence, and they have a certain way of showing that they feel. They show what they feel. That in front of Hashem, they stand so straight and so. I say straight. I mean, but they have the when they bow down for moedim, they bow down with they don't do. Most people do. What do they do? Up and down. They go down slowly, bend down, and they get up from their bowing, and just to watch the person, the way he walks to the Beis HaKnesses, the way he walks to shul is supposed to go quickly. The Shem Hal Baragish is supposed to the shul. To observe a tzaddik, to see how he conducts himself. That's the outer beauty of we're talking about. He's there by looking at him, and the way he greets people, with his shalom aleichem, with friendliness, with a smile, sever panim yafas, that people just enjoy. Looking at him and talking to him and greeting him and just being able to see the way he accepts people and welcomes people. I mean, everything about him, a tzaddik, everything, because everything he does with Shem Shemaim. He does because he has Hashem in mind. Everything. Hashem says him that will fun him was Tamid. So observing him. When he's in the city, that's something which a person doesn't forget. I mean, some of the people who met Gedolim and say, "Oh, I met him," and this, and they say things how they are able to be in his presence and how he acted and how he spoke and. A person, a Torah person, acts differently. You can tell on him. So that's the first thing was the inner beauty that you can't see what he's thinking inside and what's happening. But we know inside of him he has wonderful thoughts and wonderful ideas. And the whole city is enjoying his presence there. And now the whole city is enjoying his actions that they're able to observe and to be able to try to copy and to emulate him. In the way that says Kolzman Yaakov was in Beersheba, people saw him and they saw tzaddik. They saw one of the greatest tzaddikim that ever lived, and they learned from him how to conduct yourself in all ways. The way a tzaddik eats and the way he drinks, it's all with the halacha, the way the person how he's supposed to eat, how he's supposed to drink. And so all halachas, all laws of to a person to. How to live and do all actions, not only of mitzvahs, but even things earthly actions of eating and drinking and so on. So how they sleep. I remember from my Rosh Yeshiva, he stayed in the house where he went for someplace with different Adam Godel who stayed in the same house. And they told him, and he said, whenever he came, the person who owned the house said the first before he never saw that the bed was never unmade. He never slept in the bed. He slept in the chair or lay down in the bed, but never used the bed. because he was learning the whole time, and if he laid down the bed for a few minutes, he didn't undo the covers or whatever it is. It was the same bed as in the morning it was the night before. So tzaddik, the way he sleeps, everything about tzaddik is something to observe and to know. And that's hadorah, outer beauty, from the outside thing that you can observe, you can see. And then we have ziv. The ziv, the third thing, means radiance. When Yaakov left Beersheba, the outer beauty was gone. The inner beauty was gone. And the ziv, what's the ziv? Radiance. Radiance means the way he interacts with the people in the city. He's a tzaddik. He teaches them. He teaches them Torah, teaches them Musar, teaches them how to live, teaches them midas tovas, how to conduct themselves, how to work on their midas of not to be angry and not to be lazy and not to be haughty and all different midas that a person has. And he teaches them and tells how they have to live and they have to serve Hashem. That's the ziv, that's the warmth and the light, radiance that he gives over to everybody else. So that's what Rashi's telling us, that Kolzman, that Yaakov was in the city, they enjoyed all these great things about him. That he was Haid, Vahodar, and Ziva. Once he left, so then they were gone. They couldn't have that anymore. And they're missing it. So that's what we're talking about. A person should be overjoyed that if he's in the city with a tzaddik, he should realize that he's together with Hashem in that city. Hashem's going with the tzaddik. Tzaddik carries Hashem around with him. Hashem is on the tzaddik's shoulders. Hashem comes and is the chariot of the tzaddik. And that's why a person should live in a city with tzaddikim. And that's why if a tzaddik is in the city, he protects the city. Why is he protected? Because Hashem is there. Avraham Avinu is mispal, if the tzaddikim in Sodom, Hashem will not destroy the city. So you need 10 tzaddikim was such full of Rishoyim, so wicked. But we find other places that even one person couldn't hold up a city. He can do wonders. What is right by the Mabul? Hashem told Noach he's bringing a Mabul, but he brought it 7 days later because of the Mesushelach HaTzadik, who died at that time. So Hashem said, we're holding off the flood for 7 days. In the honor of Mesushelach, that he was such a big tzaddik, we're not going to bring the flood during the day of his Avelus. So he was able to hold up the flood. The whole world's going to be destroyed. And Hashem's bringing flood. Something never happened before. And it's water many feet above the ground. It was such a overwhelming experience. But the honor of Shalach, we can't have to hold off the flood. The tzaddik has effect on the whole world. Or we find that Moshe Rabbeinu sent out the spies to spy the land of Israel when the Jews were coming in from Mitzrayim in the desert, coming into they sent spies out, and he said to I find out if the tzaddik there, and if tzaddik, he'll hold us back from being able to conquering the land, the tzaddik, and found that the ear of tzaddik was there, that he died, and if tzaddik would be there, they wouldn't be able to go and take over the land. Just a yochid, able to shield the city from being destroyed. And so this is something that we have to realize, the greatness of a tzaddik. We want to try to be ourselves tzaddikim and try to go in the ways of the tzaddik. We study about the 3 things we mentioned, the ziv and the hoid v'hodar, that the tzaddik is known for. And we have to realize the greatness of a tzaddik and then think to ourselves, are we tzaddikim? Are we emulating them? The way our inner feelings, what do we think about? How we think about unimportant things that we concentrate on the whole day. What are our thoughts? We think about holiness, think about Hashem. That's our inner feelings that the person has. And to think about trying to do chesed with somebody, think not only about what can I do for myself, think about what can I do for the other person. Think about what Hashem wants me to do. How am I doing everything that I'm able to do? That's tzaddikim. We're always thinking about growing and being better and trying to reach higher levels of greatness. That's the idea. This was that tzaddik is the inner feelings that we can't see, but he knows what he's thinking, and we have to think to ourselves. We want to have this mid of hoid that Yaakov had, and have an effect on everybody else. How do we look in the eyes of people looking at us? Are we conduct ourselves the right way? Do we talk to them nicely the way we should? Do we've come late for davening and shul in the morning? What kind of impression we make? People say, well, he can come late. Why can't I come late? That's what Moshe Feinstein said. We say in our prayers, Hava Rabbi Lamed. So he says, who's Malamed? Everybody says Malamed, but not everybody's a Malamed. Hashem give us the power to teach, but we're not teachers. How many people are teachers? So he said, no, everybody's a teacher, because the way we act, that's the teaching other people, because people are affected by the way they see other people acting. So people acting not the right way, well, he can do it, I can also do it. Misery likes company. If you feel somebody else is doing it, you don't feel lonely about it. You feel that other people do, I can do the same thing. So we have to be careful with our actions, because we're teaching all the time. The way we act, we're having an effect on other people. So that's harder, the external actions that we do, they're seen by other people. And the way we would go to shul is supposed to go with quickly. Hashem is supposed to go with with happiness. Go basic. I'm happy when they tell me we're going to the Beis Hamikdash. We go to the shul. Should be happy. Show that we're happy and go with and not with the laziness. And to go with it quickly to show that we're looking forward to it. People seeing it, so they pick up on it. And they follow the way. Also, Lamed, we're teaching people of how to act in all ways when it comes to serving Hashem. So when we're talking about the tzaddikim, how great they are, we have to. Next step is, I want to be a tzaddik too. I want to do everything that tzaddikim do, internally and externally, that people see us. The way we daven. Some people, you see people daven in the shul. Some people, they daven looking around the place and looking here, looking there. You're not allowed to look around in the middle of davening. You have to either close your eyes or look into the sitter or look down, but you can't look around the shul and see who's coming, who's not there, who's there. And that's according to the laws of davening. You're not allowed to do that. Many people, they don't even know how to take three steps back and 3 steps forward. There's all kinds of halachas, all kinds of laws involved. So how are you doing these things in front of other people? Are you doing the halacha or not, like you should? And l'lamed, we're teaching other people with our actions, and that's a responsibility. We're not just living for ourselves. We're not hermits living in isolated, where people see us and we're going amongst the crowd. People see what we're doing. So this is also, we have to have hodar. We have to have hodar too, a beauty of the way we act in all situations that people see us. And our own family. Never mind people from the outside, strangers, people in their own family. How would people, a lot of fathers want the children to come home from yeshiva, want them to learn. I say, how come you're not learning? Well, how come did you learn that? Did they say the father learning? If the father comes home, wherever he's coming home from, is he reading the paper, reading something? Is he listening to who knows what? Or is he learning? If he told his child, I want you to learn, well, the child has to say the father doing what he's practicing, what he's telling them. So this is not only to think about when you go to shul or when you're walking outside, but think to yourself, what are your children seeing in you? How about do you have uncontrolled anger? Do you scream and yell at family? Or you control or out of control? So this is harder, this external things that they're observing in you. Are they proud to be children of mine, or maybe they're ashamed of the friends in the house, and they see the way you conduct yourself and how you get angry and have a temper and not acting like a good Jew acts. So this is all hodor. This whole thing being observed by outside people, inside people. This is all part of what we have to strive for. The Torah is telling us, naturally, the more we are hod and hodor, the more Hashem comes to us, He comes close to us. We want to have a house with Hashem being there, so we have to make ourselves roy the cup ourselves that Hashem wants to be there with us. We have to perfect ourselves in the way that Hashem is perfect. He wants to be in the house of perfection. Can't be malachim without angels, but we could be a very high, elevated yidden that Hashem will come close to us. The same way the God, the ziv that we're talking about, that the warmth and the light that tzaddikim give to the city, give to others, that's what we have to think to ourselves. If we're able to teach others, whether our own children, we want to be able to take time for them and go over the Chumash, go over the Gemara, and show that we're helping them and learn with them together in the Shabbos, whatever it is. And sometimes we can even help other kids who don't, somebody assignment, kids don't have a father, or a father who's not knowledgeable to go learn with his children. Sometimes he can help other people too, other family, and what their children need. This is ziv. This is Yaakov Avinu and all the tzaddikim, that they teach others Torah and Musar and how to live and Torah values. So this is a great lesson we're learning from this week's parsha. Tzaddik is in the city. He is the hod, he is the hodor, he is the ziv. When he leaves, it's gone. And we want this, number one, live in the city with the tzaddikim and not go to the city. Some people get a job opportunity to go out of town, they go in the middle of who knows where, but there's no Yiddishkeit there, there's no tzaddikim there. You don't take a position like that. You want to live in a place with tzaddikim, with people able to be able to have a shul and a yeshiva and places of kedusha. And that's one thing we learned from this parsha. And we live in a place where tzaddik, and also we should want to be ourselves, be the tzaddik that has all these great things about him. And so it takes work and it takes time and effort, but this is what this world's for. That we have the inner beauty, that we have the right thoughts of how we're supposed to think and what we're supposed to think about. And the out external people observing us to see something great, see something good about us, the way we conduct ourselves, and also the ziv and the warmth and the radiance that we should give over to others, that we should interact with them in the way that we teach them about Torah and mitzvahs.